If fear is the only thing stopping us from achieving our dreams, and we only fear what we don't understand, then the antidote to fear is knowledge. All we have to do is find out who has the knowledge that we need to conquer our fears and achieve our entrepreneurial dreams. My name is Callum Walker, and welcome to the podcast that will help you figure it out and conquer this lonely entrepreneurial journey.
So today's episode is, I've got to start with some sad news. Really sad news. And I'm sure once I tell this story, you'll understand the pain that I'm going through. So I had in my mind my plan for this afternoon. I had all my calls this morning. Excellent. I had a fabulous time. I was like, right, I know what I'm going to do. For my lunch, I'm going to have brie, chorizo, and a little bit of chicken. It was delightful. I just loved brie. I was like, right, okay, so naturally, relatively low-ish in protein. There's a bit of protein in there, but I probably had about 10 to 15 grams of protein. So it's like, right, okay, we've got to supplement this. We've got to push this up, increase the level of the protein for the meal. And I was like, all right, what can I do? And then I thought back, because I was like tired of having like another whey shake, and I didn't want to have any chicken. I wanted something a little bit sweet, a bit of pudding. So I was like, right, what can I have? And then I thought back to yesterday. I was in Tesco and I saw my little Tesco around the corner that normally lets me down because they don't sell full fat yogurt. They only sell fat free stuff. Criminal. But I tell you what they have started doing is they've started stocking the Oreo grenade bars. And I was like, that is going to hit the nail on the head. So there I am, trot down. I'm all breed up. I'm trotting down, doing my little walk, going to Tesco. And you know when you've got that thing in your head, and I've already visualized exactly how how I'm going to unwrap the grenades. And then I go in, so excited. No Oreo. I had to settle for a salted caramel. No, don't get me wrong, it's the best of the others. I'm going to say it's the best, but I've had that salted caramel flavour so many times. So yeah, so that's my bad news. I mean, look, it did the job. But, you know, it is what it is. So, what am I talking to you about today? I want to talk about mentors, you know. I feel like this could be a little bit of a controversial topic here. But I want to talk about mentors. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm sure, and also I want to maybe hopefully give you a few tips on how you can go about selecting the right mentor. So I'm going to start off with, first of all, why would you have a mentor? Well, I think it's vital, in my opinion. Because personally, I go, right, I've kind of had a mentor before. I was in a business mastermind for a year, and I had an amazing coach. She's just beautiful. She's the queen. She inspires the hell out of me. She's amazing. The only problem was that I only got a small portion of time with her throughout the program, and she'd have been the only reason why I'd have actually stayed. And to pay 17 grand for, as amazing as she was, and still is, she's just beautiful. To pay 17 grand to stay in a mentorship again for another year, to have 12 calls, you can't justify it. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so I was kind of in that, but I feel like I desperately wished I had a mentor, like ages ago. Purely because I'm like, right, you know, I feel like I've achieved a decent amount of success for my age. I've done all right. But I'm like, I feel like there's so many mistakes I could have avoided. And also, I think if I'd have joined a proper mentorship and learned exactly how to do what to do, it'd have happened so much quicker. And I am a huge believer that if you want to go and do something, the best thing that you can do, the easiest way, the fastest way, the most effective way to really get started and begin to create your own path is to find someone who's done what you want to do and then model exactly what it is that they did. So learn off them, don't copy what they did, but apply it to your own situation. And I think that is what a mentor definitely does. They show you a way of doing things that you probably wouldn't have considered, or you could have learnt yourself, but it would have taken a long time. So for me, I'm in a position where I'm like, right, I'm kind of craving some mentorship. I'm craving a coach. I'm craving someone to kind of guide me to my next level. But my point is that it's got to be the right person. And I think that this kind of brings me to my first point of how to go about choosing a mentor. I really, really feel that, and my partner figured this one out for me. I was considering a mentor previously, and she said, why are you resistant? Why are you reluctant? And I explained to her, and she said, I'll tell you exactly why you're reluctant, why you're resistant. You're reluctant and resistant because you're incredibly impressed by them. They can definitely get you the result that you're potentially looking for, but they don't inspire you. I'm like, fuck me. She's very wise, very wise. She's much smarter than me. If she's listening to this, which I hope she should be, you should be. I should have tuned out by now. Yeah, she definitely doesn't give herself enough credit. She's far more intelligent than I am. She thinks I'm the smart one. Anyway, but my point is almost like she was like, you'll be choosing that person because they impress you, but not because they inspire you. And I think that sometimes we can get sucked into the idea of jumping onto a mentorship, jumping into bed with a mentor because we need money. And I could definitely attribute to that. I've been in times where it's almost like the lure of when things have been a bit slow and I've really started to doubt myself. I see these mentors, I see the screenshots, 50, 60, 70, 100K a month. I see it. And I'm like, I get pulled towards it. But then I take a step back and I go, right, why would I be joining that? Would I be joining that for the money that I might get? That I will get because I'm an amazing student. I'm an amazing student. And if there is someone gives me a clear framework to go and make money, I will follow it and do it better than anyone else. I really, truly believe that. That could sound as arrogant, but that's my belief. But I felt that pull towards that in sort of vulnerable times. And when I've taken a step back, let the emotion cool off, I've always thanked myself going, good decision not to do that. Because I feel because I'm waiting for the right one, and I have the right one. Most of you already know, if you know me personally, if you're one of my clients. If you've listened to this, you've probably already gauged. I'm a huge fan of Russell Brunson. Huge. I just love his concepts. This is why I know that his mentorship and him as my mentor is the right way to go, because he impresses me, but he inspires me. And this kind of comes into my point of being that if you actually look at what a mentorship really is, and what a mentor does is they're actually just expressing their lessons. So the way in which they're going to get you to do business is going to be the way that they do business. So I've had something happen to me quite recently. For some reason, I've had a load of mentors just fly in on me to try and sign me up. And the way in which they've gone about it has just been so off-putting. It's like this one bloke. I downloaded his lead magnet. And the reason why I downloaded it was because I was hacking him, funnel hacking him. I was trying to see right, okay, how's his lead magnet work? What's his copy? What's his content? All of this. I was interested in his sales process. And what happened was that literally immediately, probably within about 2 hours of downloading it, I just got absolutely hounded on Instagram. This bloke hounded me going, do you want to jump on a call? I was like, whoa, I don't even know who you are. He was trying to sell to me. And he's quite a renowned mentor in the fitness space. And I was like, I'm all for being sold to. Yeah, 100%. You have to sell to people. But I was you're hounding me. And it's really kind of a bit of an invasion of my privacy. My DMs are already busy enough as it is. I'm bad enough as it comes, to being able to reply to people. But you're hounding me. And I thought in my head, I was like, right, that's how you do business. That's how you're going to tell your clients to do business. And I think in that, I go, well, that's a mentorship I wouldn't want to be part of, because I wouldn't want to sell that way. I think there's so many different ways to sell, so many different ways to market. And I'm like, right, I've bought a lot of Russell Brunson's products. I've gone to America to go to his event for 4 days. I'm going again. It's like the highlight of my year. I'm going to spend 25 grand to go into his mentorship. Well, 30 grand technically. But he's never had to sell to me. Do you know how he sold to me? Because his content's fucking amazing. His content is amazing. His books are amazing. And he practices what he preaches. That like he preaches that like, you know, just you have to provide an insane amount of value. You have to understand your customer better than they understand themselves. And I can see that and I can feel that as a potential customer. And he makes me want to buy from him. That's the skill I want to learn. That's the skill I've been learning. And every single thing that I've applied from his books, his content, his courses, everything has worked. But also it's worked in a way that I'm very content with delivering. And I think that like when it comes to choosing a mentor, go through their sales process and see like, right, how did they make me feel when they were trying to sign me up? Were they one of those mentors who were like, just put it on a credit card? Oh, your business is going to fail. Like I've had that. One of my beautiful clients, like amazing client. They were like, oh yeah, you know, I remember I left a mentorship and he said, yeah, your business is going to fail now. You're not on my mentorship. I'm like, oh my God. My business was fine before you and it'll be fine after you. And I kind of feel that like, you know, when it comes to choosing a mentor, choose someone who inspires you, because also not only should you look at the way in which they're doing business, the way everything runs, and go, right, I would like to sell and market like that. Look at what they're actually doing. So I look at Russell Brunson's programs, how he operates, how like everything that like, you know, he's built. I want to build something very similar to that. And I feel I'm on the right path. I'm on the path to doing it. And I'm enjoying the process of it. So I'm like, right, I want to be part of that community of other people following the same boat. Because again, you think about with most mentorships, especially group mentorships, you're going to be around other people who are also going to be delivering business that way. They're going to be building their business that way. So you've also got to consider, right, is it the community of people that I would want to be part of? And I can't help but just kind of think about how this bloke has kind of made me feel by just hounding me. He keeps calling me bro as well. I'm like, we're not bros. We're not bros. I don't know you. So yeah. I kind of feel like I just want to keep talking, in all honesty. I feel like I should probably stop because I feel like I've made my point. And I'm committed to making sure that everything's as short and snappy as it can possibly be. But I come back to it that, like, you know, having a mentor, I think, like I was kind of briefly saying earlier, like I'm in a position where I'm like, yeah, I'm just feeling not necessarily lonely. I feel like I'm at a place where, fortunately, my partner has just stepped up massively. Like, you know, she's just been so brilliant in like helping me kind of guide my thoughts and being my soundboard. But I don't want her to be my professional soundboard. Do you know what I mean? I just want her to be my partner. That's not disrespecting her. That's coming from a place of that, like, you know, I should separate that. So I also think that one final thing is always asking yourself the question of what is it that you're looking to get out of a mentorship? Because if it's more money, I just don't think that's the motivator. I think that it's more around what can you learn from this person? What can this person teach you? And for me, I'm incredibly excited. I've thought about it every single day since I came back from Orlando last year. I wasn't in the financial position. Well, I probably was, but my business wasn't in the position to actually take the full benefits of that mentorship. So that's the other thing. I think that you have to have a clear reason for what it is that you're looking to get out of that mentorship. So for me, I'm like, right, I want to make sure the next level coach course is a click and buy product that I can scale, I can make a pre-recorded version. And I'm like, right, that's a clear project I want to work on. And I need their help as well in making sure that I can grow my business in a way that doesn't diminish the quality. So I've got a clear outcome of what it is that I want to get from it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish here. Because I feel like this is quite a powerful episode. So I'm gonna leave you with this one thing. Never forget, every single one of your clients gave you just one new client, you've doubled your business. But the question is, am I giving them a good enough reason to recommend me? Callum Walker, figuring it out. Have an amazing day, guys.